Okay, it's now 6:01. I'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. And if everyone could stand, we have with us a guest, Pastor Ray Garcia, with the Williamstown United Methodist Church. Lead us in invocation and then continue to stand for the pledge. Go ahead, Pastor Ray.
Let us pray. Loving and just God, we thank you for the gift of this day and the opportunity to serve our community. As we gather in this meeting, we ask for your wisdom to guide our thoughts and your peace to rule in our hearts. Bless our judge, executive, and all the leaders present here. May their work reflect justice, compassion, and integrity. Help us to seek the good of all people and to walk humbly in your ways. In Jesus Christ we pray. Amen.
Thank you. Pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. We're going to do something we have a little bit different. We have a public hearing we scheduled that we're required each year to do. We scheduled it at 6 o'clock. And Jenna, if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and call roll for the public hearing and also for the fiscal court meeting.
Magistrate Humphrey.
Present.
Magistrate Coldarn.
Present.
Magistrate Riley.
Present.
Judge Shuckdos.
Present. Item 3 on the public hearings, a motion to open public hearing regarding the proposed use of the county road aid and the local government economic assistance, which is referred to as LGA, funds for Grant County for the fiscal year 2025-2026. And for anybody that doesn't know what those two funds are, the County Road Aid Fund is the fund that is administered by the Commonwealth of Kentucky. It's done through the fuel tax, the usage tax on vehicles, and that one obviously is used for road purposes. Now, the LGEA fund is a fund that years ago each county received a sort of a severance package for coal, as it was either mined out of their counties or transported up on their highways. This account stays stagnant. It's normally about $30,000 that's in that account. But we have to have a hearing allowing the public to request certain things that they would want that used for. It's a restricted fund. It can only be used for certain things. And each year we, unless no one's ever brought to us anything different, we are requesting that those funds would be used for road aid funds if needed. So I'm opening it up to the floor. If there's anyone here that suggests that or has any other idea if we did utilize those funds that they be used for something other than the roadways. Seeing none. I'll be honest, it's all I've ever known it to be used for roads. I did get a questionnaire from CAECO reference they were doing a survey on jails, and they asked if we used that funds, yes or no, at our jails. And I don't know exactly what you would use it for at the jail, but I know since I've been here, and I think in previous years with judges before me, it's always been earmarked for roadways if needed. But like I said, it's been years since we've actually received any compensation in that account from the state. So, and the Department of Local Government says to continue to keep that account separate, that, if anything ever changes with the industrial of coal, that there may be some funds down the road come in. No, it's just basically the interest that changes that account each year. Yeah. And it's mainly in case there was an emergency or something we needed to tap into it. We've had to have this public hearing allowing us to use it for the roadways. Okay. No other questions? If not, I propose that we utilize the money as always each year is for for our roadways. If I could get a motion to do so.
I make a motion to use of the LGEA funds to go to the county road aid for Grant County, Kentucky for fiscal year 2025-2026. And that amount will be $30,000. Are we using the whole amount on that?
No, we actually won't use any of it.
Oh, okay.
It's just if we need it.
Need it, we can tap into it.
Yes,
Okay.
that we just approving that if the money is utilized after
For
having the
the-
public hearing, that's how the
Okay.
money would be utilized.
I will second the motion.
We have a motion made by Magistrate Codar, and second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor by saying aye. Or
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, appears all in favor, motion carries. And I'll go ahead and, since there's no other public comment, I'll go ahead and close out the hearing, and we'll adjourn from the hearing. If I can have a motion to adjourn from the hearing.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I will second.
Have a motion made by Magistrate Codar, and second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. We're now adjourned from public hearing, and we'll go back into the fiscal court meeting. So item 5, we have approval of the regular meeting minutes of June 3rd, 2025, and the special meeting minutes of June 10th, 2025.
Having read the regular meeting minutes of June 3rd, 2025, and June 10th, 2025, I make a motion that we approve as presented.
I'll second.
Have a motion made by Magistrate Codar, second by Magistrate Humphrey. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to
Want to go ahead now?
I'm just, Judge, I was checking on a few of our medical bills from the jail, just confirming if they were state or not, because several of them were over $1,000, and I've gotten confirmation on all of them but one.
Okay.
And I was just checking the date so that we didn't go through that process of trying to reclaim money that the state should have paid, that the county paid instead. But I've got one last thing to check. And I think that the inmate was actually county before he transferred state, but we could just hold that one
If
bill.
you'll make a note,
Yeah.
then we'll follow up with Tanya.
Because we're just confirming the date, and the jail hasn't been able to get me that one date, but we did get the other. So as we just do our due diligence to pay attention to that. I'm good besides that one.
Okay.
And I'll share it with Jenna. They may get the date before that.
You might want to give her, what a voucher number do on that?
I'll give it to you afterwards.
Okay. Want to make a motion? Okay. I make a motion to approve all the claims on the general fund, road fund, and jail fund, along with all transfers presented, dated June 17, 2025, with the exception of a medical claim which we need to investigate for the jail fund, to be held in for further investigation.
Now, are you
I'll
wanting to not pay that claim?
I think they'll be able to confirm it by the end of the meeting. They were able to
Okay,
get
so
the
we
other.
want to go ahead and approve it after I mean, the only thing is, the way you stated that, it appears that we'd have to wait till another meeting. to
Okay,
approve
it's-
that claim.
And I'm fine if we go ahead. I think they'll get us an answer before the end of the meeting.
Okay.
Approve as per.
It might change the value of it. That's my concern. You know, if we have to hold up on the claim and take that portion out, that's my only concern.
The good thing is it's not as high as the other one. It's not over 15,000. It's just over 1,000. So move forward with all claims presented.
If that's what you want to do.
That's what I will second the motion
Okay.
as.
Have a motion made by Magistrate Kodar, second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Roger, I apologize. Did you aye
catch
or
all
raise your
that?
hand?
Yes, I made a second when she made the first.
Oh, okay, I'm
We
sorry.
thought you said aye.
Okay, so we've got a motion actually made by Magistrate Kodar and a second by Magistrate Humphrey, and then all
Okay.
in favor.
Yes.
Okay. Now moving down to item B, appointment of Bobby Callahan to the Grant County Road Department laborer effective June 23rd, 2025. This is to fill a vacant spot at the road department.
I make a motion to appoint Bobby Callahan, Grant County Road Department labor, effective on June 23rd, 2025.
I will second.
Have a motion made by Magistrate Kodar, second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor by saying aye.
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 Here's all in favor, motion carries. Item C, we have approved surplus for the Grant County Detention Center, C Attachment A, and obviously it's a full page. I know you all received it and glanced over it. We are in the process of getting things surplus, so probably the next several meetings, you're going to see surplus lists from all the agencies. I'm going to try to get an auction scheduled sometime around August. I know the city of Williamstown has, I think, maybe 4 vehicles they're asking for us to put in our auction. And then I'll be reaching out to Dry Ridge and I don't believe Crittenden, fire department, no one has anything they're wanting to surplus sold at a public auction, do they? Okay.
The Corinth Volunteer Board does have something, and I think they're actively working to advertise, so I could reach out to see if they want to hold off.
Well, I
Or-
know what sort of the benefit, we draw a big auction because we have a lot
Yeah.
of items. So it's beneficiary that we advertise as one big auction, and that way, when we normally have a crowd of, you all been at them, anywhere from 50, 60 people or better.
Okay, I will follow up with them to let them know that you're targeting August, because you may have another
Yes.
thing come.
Yeah, I'm just asking anybody to go on and get it declared surplus to be sold at the county's public auction, so.
Okay, which they can do that in their minutes.
And plus, it just saves on advertisement, too, that we're all not individually advertising for it. We all do it together, so. So I need a motion to approve the surplus list, attachment A from the Grant County Detention. And if you'll notice, most of it's to be destroyed. It's all broken equipment, or it's computers that they've already drilled the hard drive out of the computer, so they'll be destroyed.
Judge, does that also include assets, equipment, stuff that's in between the road barn and the jail, like up in the parking lot?
A lot of that has been being sent to scrap. We've already declared surplus
Okay.
previously on that. And they've been dropping off and receiving money from the scrap
I know
yard.
there's a decent amount of stuff
Yes.
up there. Okay.
So I need a motion to approve the surplus.
So
I'll make a motion to approve the surplus for the Grant County Detention Center on attachment A.
I will second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Humphrey, a second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. We have item D, approved payment for House Bill 810 training incentive for Tanya Beagle.
I make a motion to approve the payment regarding HB 810 training incentive for Tanya Beagle.
I will second.
Have a motion made by Magistrate Kodar, second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor by saying aye.
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 Appears all in favor, motion carries.
In addition, congratulations goes to Tanya for completing that training.
Yeah. Moving down, we're going to be doing the second reading to approve the second reading of ordinance number 0006-2025-0289. It's the building fees. Went over it during the first reading on this ordinance. Basically, it was an ordinance where we modified the language after meeting with the building inspector and then also our assistant county attorney, Pete Whaley. And it was mainly over the retaining walls, the 4 foot taller. It's going to be at the cost of construction per the commercial fee. And the other change had to do with signage, and it's done based off of the cost of construction cost instead of off the square foot, which more fit signage. Then cell towers was the other main adjustment we made. It's based off of construction costs, and then we cleaned up cell tower located on antennas, and it did say $2,500, and it should have read $250. So that's really the only changes that's on this amendment of that ordinance. So I need a motion to pass the reading of ordinance 0006-2025-0289.
I make a motion to approve ordinance number 006-2025-0289 pertaining to building fees.
A second.
That motion made by Magistrate Riley, second by Magistrate Codar. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. Item F, if the court doesn't mind, I didn't really mean for that to go on. I meant for it to go on the 27th when we approve the budget.
Yeah.
So if I can take F off unless somebody's opposed to doing that.
No, I
And
prefer
we'll-
to wait.
Okay, and we'll do it on the 27th.
I sort of, Jacqueline asked me about that today.
So, and I'll be honest, I apologize. We were trying to make sure we had everything done at the end of the fiscal year. And
Right, understand.
we put the cart before the horse, so we'll have that on the 27th meeting with the budget, along with just the last of the cleanup claims on this end of the fiscal year. Item H had to do with what we did in the public hearing. I went ahead and took care of that first. Moving on down to old
about-
business.
The review of the Grant County Conservation.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's for review only. But
Yeah. Item G, you all had presented to you the review of the Grant County Conservation District's plan of action for 2025, 2026, and review their annual budget. Did anyone have any questions, concerns? If not, they're just required each year to present that to the court for review. So there's no action needing taken. Now I'll move down. I don't see that we have any old business nor new business on as far as reports. Judge's report, I just want to report on the Forge Mill Road Bridge on the Folsom-Jonesville Road end. It was inspected. We were able to open it Friday, but due to the fact I didn't receive official notification on the weight limit, we continued to keep the posting of 30 ton on it after the building or the bridge inspector approved it. I received a call from the state engineers this morning that the bridge passed all inspections and that all weight limits are lifted from the bridge. So there is no weight limit on the bridge. Also, I shared with Shauna earlier, I received a text message from our bridge inspector, who I appreciate came right out Friday to get that bridge opened up for that area of the Forge Mill Road, but he was bragging on the road department on what a great job and how quick they were able to build this bridge back in-house and got it back going. So,
Judge, I was hoping that you would make a comment in regards to such, because that magnitude of work, I don't know that we have done that type of work in-house
well,
to
that
that
quickly on
magnitude
a
before.
bridge
and-
closure.
Exactly, and so just the
Yeah.
turnaround and the attention to detail and,
And actually, it would have been probably a little bit quicker if the weather would have permitted.
Right.
But they had quite a bit of rain days, and I will say, and Gary Cochran is the bridge inspector. They fixed the bridge this time, which it won't hopefully have to be replaced in any of our lifetimes. I don't plan to live for another 35, 40 years.
you don't?
Well, I may not. But they put in the bracket systems and everything, so if a beam does have to be replaced of the 12 beams, then they can easily
Single change.
that beam without tearing it all out. So, I want to commend the road department for a great job. And even though it was emergency funds and the state, through tax money, has paid for that bridge, they probably saved us $60,000-$70,000 in the state
I would say.
for
at
doing
least
it
that.
in-house. So, again, a great job on their behalf of getting that done for us.
Agree.
The only other thing I want to touch base on is the mowing. They're now that the crews have got the bridge up and going, they're out
Switching gears.
mowing the sides of the roadways or trees, and also doing road patching. So,
Yeah, we've got a lot of road patching to be done. I can see that too.
and just to bring you up to speed on the bridge projects that we put in, because the state had some other requests of hydraulic testing and some other things, I've reached out to Compass, spoke with Mike Yeager, the engineer, and I spoke to his partner, and that was on Friday, and actually Joe Gordon, myself, had a conference call with him, went over several questions he had, and I think he's going to put something together fairly simple and affordable for us to be able to hire their firm to help push this on across. And obviously, part of that funding will be reimbursed for any engineer fees.
Are you still pursuing a second party too, or just him at this point?
Well, I'm
Or you
waiting to
had
see what he presents, because it looks like we may have most of it done. And between E&H Bridge on their proposal and Ron English, he seems to think that other than they sort of dotting I's and crossing T's, that most of the hard work's done. So I'll see what they get back with.
And if not anything else, at least for moving forward right now for those, and then
Right.
we have more time to look at others too. Okay.
Okay, I'll move on down to magistrate's report. Shauna, anything?
No, I don't have anything.
Jacqueline?
As expected, I thought we would get an additional text back from the jail, and that other date of that occurrence happened prior to the individual became state. So that outstanding item, they were able to confirm, so you can move forward with that. I thought
Okay.
that they would come back quickly because there was only a few other ones.
Okay. Roger?
Nothing to report.
Okay. That being said, let's move down to item 10, citizens address. Anyone in the audience have anything to bring before the fiscal court? I take with silence. There's nothing brought before the court. I want to remind everyone, our next meeting, which will be a special meeting, will be June 27th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Here in the courtroom. And that will be our second reading of our budget and also the approval of the salaries. And then just claims is the only thing we have on that special meeting agenda. And then our next regular meeting will be Tuesday, July 1st, 2025, unless something's called in between then. With that being said, I need a motion to adjourn.
So move.
I second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Riley, second by Magistrate Codarn. All in favor by saying aye.
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 Appears all in favor, and motion carries. We're now adjourned. Thank you all for coming out.